you. But today we're making some Philly cheesesteaks. I have to put my give a damn button on. That's something I learned from another wonderful chef friend of mine. So what we're doing today is we're making some Philly cheesesteaks. So what we have here is some seasoning, which is just some black pepper, some Worcestershire. Worcestershire. I am blessed with some ribeye on this one. And then we have onion, pepper, and mushrooms. We're gonna make a Cajun aioli. We have some good cheese. We have some hoagies. We have some golden potatoes that I've already cleaned. Some Parmesan, some garlic that honestly I just kind of had to get rid of because I'm a big fan of natural garlic, fresh garlic, stuff like that. But sometimes my wife cooks for me and she's not the same thing. But we have parsley and butter and something to do with that. So, while I'm still kind of freaking out in the top of my head, I'm going to separate these ribeyes. I'm just going to take this middle part where all of the marbling is. I'm going to put it right here. Here. Thank you, my love. We're just going to get that going at about a medium heat. This right here is my bread and butter. This is my favorite cooking pan. And we're going to get that in a medium heat as well with some vegetable oil. Now, we come on over. We are going to be kind of deep frying, but not deep frying. So we're not going to fill that all the way up. I would use infused olive oil if I had some left over, but I don't. So, what I have right here, this is red for raw meat. And we are just going to break these up into slices. Because we are making sandwiches with these, and these are actually falling apart really great. You'll notice, if you remember from Chef Chico's stream, that we are using that claw technique, and we're just rocking it right against that knuckle. That way we don't get cut just like he did. But we are doing this for sandwiches. I'll rub that against my shoulder. Sorry, I freak out every time before I do these. But we are doing Philly cheesesteaks today. We are doing two types. We're doing one spicy and one non-spicy. Because my wife doesn't like spicy. We are also cooking for my grandma. Can I get that off there? Grandma doesn't like spicy all that much, and we have to make sure this is minced up pretty alright. And we did thaw this out for a couple hours beforehand. So, good to go here.
Well, and it also helps it was already thinly sliced.
Yeah, a little bit. Nobody asked for your opinion. That's not true. I'm sure a lot of people asked for your opinion. I almost want to take my wedding ring off. In fact, I should.
I usually do.
Just so it doesn't get mincy. I'm just going to set that right over there. It doesn't get lost. And then we are going to start with some seasoning. Some Worcestershire. I do have this over here. It's hot sudsy water. That's hot sudsy water in the sink. You know, I preach that. And then I do have a dry towel over here. Honestly, I probably should have washed my hands before I put the Worcestershire up in there. But now I can open everything up. We're going to hit it with some black pepper. And this is actually sea salt. Well, no, this is kosher sea salt. You know, for the one for me. I know that looks like a lot, but we are cooking for 4 right now. Okay, so we already have the Worcestershire. And we're just going to get all of that together. Yeah, just a nice good mince. This is sandwich style, so it doesn't have to be all sorts of pretty. I'm going to take this display plate. You go right in the hot sudsy water. And we are actually just going to set this to the side for a minute. What we're going to do next is we are going to make our butter for on top of our hoagies. This is parsley, again from Chef Chico's stuff. This is probably the last we're going to use out of it, so I'm not even going to worry about pulling the stems off. And we are just going to keep that claw technique. This is actually going to go over the top of our hoagies after we get them filled. Using that rocking technique. Drag, drag. I do kind of want some of that meat flavor in on this part of it. And that's why I'm using that same cutting board. This is going to go right into this bowl. I'm going to take the butter out. Wish I would have cut it instead. And taking that butter out of its package. But now, the garbage can. We're just going to put this there. We do have the oven preheating as well. I do have a pan in there, but it's not the pan we're going to be using for hoagies. Questions, comments, concerns yet, team?
Nope, just one person says yum.
Ooh, who's that?
Hanil?
Hanil. Hi, Hanil. Good to see you again. Oh, God, what's my... Okay, there we go. Just going to add just a pinch of garlic to that. And my oven is really cool. It heats the whole thing up. So we're just going to drop that right in there. I'm going to take this spat that I got. And I am just seasoning the pan with all of this. This stuff, not going in the sandwich. So we're just going to move that around. Good thing about cast irons, you get them pre-seasoned. They don't stick all that much. We're going to move this lid. That's exactly why I have that cutting board there. This will be here for when I'm taking out the fries. So now we're going to move on. I'm going to start with the onion. I'm going to take the root off. Something just beeped.
The oven.
Oh, that was the oven. Okay, cool. And we're going to take the top half off as well. Now, if you were to dice this, you would have done like Chef Chico did. And kept one of those roots off, but we're not doing that. We are julienning. So we're going to split this right in half. Take the rest of the skin off. We're doing the onions first, just because they are a little bit thicker and fudge dang. That part's still a little bit gross, so we don't want to deal with that. Luckily, we only are cooking for 4 today, so we are actually just going to rip that part off. Then we're going to take the skin off of this one. Pretty sure I had a joke about Julie here, but I actually don't know anyone from named Julie. I know a couple Jennies from the block, but we are just going to julienne. We're going to keep that on lock. We're doing the onions first, because like I said, they take just a little bit longer to caramelize, and that's kind of what we want out of the sandwich. What do we got on chat, my love?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So, 1 whole onion. Now, you'll see I'm kind of at a weird spot here, so I'm just going to tip that over. And I don't want this to get confused, so I'm going to grab this set of tongs. I'm going to grab my waist. Always have something for waist, right? And we are just going to spin this around a little bit again. Now we're going to be cooking this in the beef fat, so we get that nice beef flavor. It wouldn't actually hurt to hit that with just a little bit of olive oil. We don't want the smoke alarm going off, so we are going to turn the vent fan on high. I'm sorry if that kind of French toasted some stuff. But we're going to give that a fair glug there. We're going to get these onions caramelizing. We're going to turn it down just a little bit. all these up. We're gonna let those just go. That one, little onion never hurt nobody. A little bit more black pepper, not a lot, because we already have our meat seasoned. Not a lot, but we are cooking. So now, here comes kind of the tricky part. We're on the peppers. You can come over this way, my love. This way, my love. Okay,
The other way
can
around?
Can you see from there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take the top off. We're going to take the bottom off. Now we are julienning, so that can go in the waste. Pull right out of there. And then we're going to find the middle ground. You can see how this is kind of shaped pretty symmetrically. So we're going to cut it right down there. Then we're going to take this white off. I'm going to take this white off. And then flip that over and break it because it's still going to have that curve. Take that white off. Now, if this was in a better fine dining establishment, you would also take this. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can kind of see how it's a little. I don't know how to.
White.
Yeah, that little white stuff. Get very careful with it. You can get it to look more like that. But we're not worried about that because we're only cooking for our friends. I'm just going to hit that with the Julie. And I guess they just get the good part. For color, I'm only going to use the red. And I'm actually not going to use this. I do hate wasting, I really do. I grew up better than that. But we are on a time frame because this is to cook in a short amount of time. Because, you know, you're trying to impress the girl or the guy that you brought over. Alright, we're going to take a small amount of that. This is just for grandma, mind you. The onions are going to caramelize, so they'll be soft, but peppers, you want the kind of crunch off them. I'm just going to chop this part a little bit softer. My grandma's like 94 years old, so the teeth, not the super greatest. So we want those to be nice and soft. Those are going to get nice and soft without a problem. In fact, I'm going to stir those up real quick. And you're going to do these for a fair amount of time until you start seeing some golden brown. We're not seeing it yet. I'll show you before I throw the peppers in. But you want these to be nice and mushy for grandma. We are going to take that. Not bad. Alright. So we got that going. Normally I would add more orange for color. Today we're not doing that. Because I don't feel it. So next, we're going to make our chipotle aioli. Which you can make your mayonnaise at home. It's really not that hard. For brevity's case, we are not doing that. Where are we at in the comments, my love?
Making me hungry.
Ooh, who says that?
Rock and roll with dementia.
Rock and roll! Hell yeah. So now we're adding just some regular Cajun seasoning. You can make this at home too if you want, but you know, it's a little bit different. We're not going to add a whole lot because my wife does not like spicy. So we're just going to give that a good coating, pretty much over all the whites on top. And this should give us a good orange color. I'm using a fork instead of a whisk. It's kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more of a yellow, but you know, I gotta consider grandma too. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of garlic, just for a little bit of kick. Because that's gonna mince it wonderfully. And I like spice. So break all that into there. Kind of like if you were beating eggs or a batter, if you will. So what I'm going to do with this actually is I'm going to butter these and then fry them on that. This butter that we talked about earlier, that's going to go over the top with some cheese to give a good crunchiness to it. As I said before, we do have 2 types of cheese. And so we have the Crystal Farms provolone, the Crystal Farms Pepper Jack. I'm not sponsored by them yet. And this is actually brand new farm. Huh.
Is there an open one?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna throw this right into the butter. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to where my oven will heat this, so that's gonna get to a good spreadable consistency. All right, so we have these. We're gonna. No, actually, you can come over right now. They're starting to lighten up a bit, right? You can kind of, they're getting translucent. There's some brown parts there. So we are going to turn that down just a little bit more. We're going to turn this a little bit down too, because we don't need to, you know, start a fire. And then we got thicker peppers, which actually my grandma could probably handle. So I don't know if I went a little too quick around there. These are going to take a little bit less time. Don't need to add any more pepper. We added extra pepper to the onions. So we're just going to let these sit and rest for a bit. And now onions and peppers have a lot of sugar in them. So that's why we're not adding any sugar to our marinade. So, you know, just to hell with it. They can get a little bit of crunch out of it. Grandma will be fine. So now we have our, for color purposes, you could add another pepper. I'm not going to do that. But now we have our mushrooms. If it's only veggies on the cutting board, you don't have to worry about it. But right now we have these, and all you're going to do with these is just boom. You don't want the stock off. You don't want the stock on them. The stock tastes very woody. You can add it if you want texture. We are not doing that today because I don't feel like it. But if you want some texture when you're making this at home, by all means. Boop, boop. And that'll be about it. So, same technique, claw. Now, if this was oh shoot. What are those mushrooms called that I'm not thinking about right now? The big ones.
Portobello.
Portobello. Thank you, Mila. You would want to clean out this browning. But with these little guys, you don't have to worry about it. There's a great way to do portobello mushrooms if you decide to keep that inside of the cap on. They taste just like steak, actually. It has the same texture. Kind of creepy. But mushrooms take the least amount of time to cook because they are so porous. So we are just gonna make sure they go in last. And we are cooking everything a little bit slower. That way, when you are cooking for your date, your husband, your girlfriend, not one random chick you picked up at a bar, whatever, you get a chance to get to know her a little bit better. But for mouthfeel, you don't want these diced. You want everything julienne. It's going to make you feel a little bit. Oliver, can I assist you, sir? I'm so sorry, guys. My sous chef is right by me right now. You can come get a look at it. Can I help you, sous chef?
What are you doing, boy?
Meow.
He's being a boy.
And Effer just loves attention. Okay, so I'm gonna let these go for just a little bit more. The onions are getting there, the peppers haven't yet, but peppers have a thicker skin, so you kind of have to break them up a little bit if you don't cut all the way through. Maybe your knife's not all the way sharp, stuff like that. But we're just gonna get that separated a little bit more. What's up?
Your hand is.
What?
Your hand.
My hand?
Maybe this angle.
This hand?
This angle.
Oh, my bad. Get a better angle, camera woman.
Your hand's in the way, and there's not enough room on the stove.
Okay, so the onions are caramelizing nicely. Peppers are getting there. So now we're going to move on to this bad mamma jamma. I'm going to grab another cutting board. Oh, please tell me I don't have a trash cutting board here. Oh, wait, no, I do. I got one right here. I like hardwood cutting boards. This is going to be for the potatoes later. Don't worry about that. And I am, as always, blessed with equipment because I've been doing this for like 15 years. So we're just going to separate these. We are only cooking for 4, so toss those right in there. I do still have an Oliver right next to me. Hi, buddy. And we'll just set these right there for now, because we're not going to need those cheese for a minute. We're not going to slice these all the way through. We're going to go about, 1/2 to 3/4. You'll notice my grip. There's no way this blade is going to touch my hand. And then we're just going to... Oh, it's good news. We have backup. Have you seen your co-host?
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah.
No. He's being a good boy.
Yep.
So Angel says, have you tried the new wings from AutoZone?
Fun. AutoZone has wings? Short answer, no, I have not.
I wonder if it's a typo.
Okay, so that's a good one. I do have one backup. It's kind of like a... Well, I mean, my dad would still... I mean, that bun would still work. But we just have to go a little bit deeper so we can spread them all out. See, it did separate a little bit there. Not a big deal. Nobody's going to complain if this sandwich starts falling apart in their mouth. And next 3. Don't do it from the hard side of things, because that's what's going to keep it together, that crust. And 5. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give Dad the bad one. My father is also coming in. So.
That's the 6th
I'm
one.
not going over there. Now, this bad man Gemma. We're going to bring that right over here. Spin that. Take my grill press off, and we are just going to put it over this. I'm making salsa later, that's why that's cool. You guys, if you guys really want, drop some subs, stuff like that, drop some comments. I can teach you how to make salsa and stuff like that too. And actually what we're going to do, just to make life a little bit easier, I'll put this in this. Okay, I'm good. Drop that in there. Get that started. Nice and low. You can do all of this without this special oven or countertop or anything like that. You can do it in a pan, a frying pan, stuff like that. Like I said, I'm very blessed with all of this. I've been doing this for long enough to where I have no feeling in my fingertips. Do not dip your hand in hot things. Hot things are hot. If you take one thing out of this, that's what you do. So we are going to add the mushrooms. Now we're going to start stirring that in. Our onions are hot. They're helping cook the peppers. They're going to help cook the mushrooms. Don't you worry about that. What else we got for comments?
Nothing's new.
What do we got for viewers?
Currently 13.
Oh, really? 13? Hi. That's our lucky number.
It's your family's lucky number, Marcus.
Last time I checked, you were married to me. You're a part of my family. You're lucky number 2. Well, 8-1. I don't know. Okay, so this part right here is heating up. Now that it's hot, we're going to get that nice and slow. We're going to come back to this aioli, actually. And this is the part where it's going to get just a little bit weird. We're going to spread this on both sides. Still using that fork. Getting a little bit of garlic bit in there. It's all good. Easy way to spread it. Boom. Boom. Good to go. We're going to do that over all 5 of these.
The portioned one.
Say again, my love?
The portioned one.
The portioned one?
The portioned one.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We'll get him too. What time are we at? 7:26? Okay, not bad. We are cooking for 6. This would go a lot faster if you were just cooking for 2 like a date. Which is the idea behind all of these. But, you know, I spend the money to cook enough for everybody. A little bit more. Boom. Boom. More. Easy spread. Okay, so what we need next, actually, I'm sorry guys, I don't think ahead as much as I should, but I always come prepared. My wife has to do the dishes anyway, so I'm just we're just gonna start toasting these with that chipotle garlic aioli. We only have room for 3. This is starting to melt, so that is cast iron. Don't mess with cast iron. So we're just going to load that up. That all spread around. We're going to turn it a little bit lower, so it just melts and gets all of that up in there. We're going to turn this one up just a little bit. Actually, we can probably toss that guy in the end. Yeah, why not? That sounds fun. So have our container over here. Hot things are hot. Don't touch things that are hot. We will let these finish up in the oven. Dude.
Notice him.
I notice him. That's why I'm not hitting him. We'll let those finish off in the oven. We're at 350 degrees. We are going to be buttering these with that butter compote that is right over there.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you all. Outstanding. And now, just for some dipping, excuse me, my love, we're going to add these guys. Always keep these refrigerated. Back into that. I know my wife doesn't like very spicy things, so we're just going to add some sriracha. I prefer fresh lime juice, but obviously...
That's not lime juice.
No, this is not lime juice. This is Subway roasted garlic aioli. Why didn't I just use this?
Because you didn't.
When did we get this?
I got it for you
Aww.
the other day.
Okay, well, we still need some acidity. Luckily, we have lemon juice. Always be adaptable. If you ever forget anything, always be adaptable. Now we are just going to stir this up. Not only is that lime juice going to add some acidity to the sauce mix, we're just gonna, and this is going to be a dipping sauce.
I think we have one to go thing for your grandma.
Sorry, it's fine. Grandma can have it. For our next little adventure, Grandma doesn't like spicy, so she gets the small one. It's gonna go right into the hot salty water. Got it boils in the way. It's fine. Pull these off. You don't want them golden brown because they're still going to cook in the oven when we put that butter over the top. A little bit of Tetris. And we will put the rest of those on. Questions, comments, concerns, kids?
Nope.
Anything?
Nope.
This one's probably going to end up being mine, actually. Oh, that must be my father. Come! Come!
Oh, there's Tom Tom.
Oh, it is my dad. Hey, Dad. We're live, just so you know.
Okay, great. How you doing?
Good.
This is my father. He is doing the delivery service for today. We said 8. Okay, 7:38. That's fine. We're good. And
Where did you all veggies from?
oh yeah, you wanna get a look at that? We are so blessed by having raised garden beds at my brother-in-law's house.
Over here?
Now here comes the fun part. Here's the trick.
Just like to smell that soap on my hands.
Here's the beef. Just gonna put that right in there. This is ribeye, so there's plenty of fat to stop it from sticking. So don't touch it. But if you have to touch the pan like we're going to, right in there. We can actually probably pull these out. Stir those around.
They're asking what you're cooking again.
Oh, we're making Philly cheesesteak, homie.
They also said Ron Jeremy, question mark.
That doesn't look right. Okay, he kind of does. That's actually kind of fair. We're gonna get these off because now the spread has started to melt. And now we're gonna let everything cook just for a minute. And here comes the fun part. So I've already washed and cleaned these. Alright, we're gonna get these mushrooms off. Vegetables, tubers, all like that. It's all good. Yeah, kinda.
Ron Jeremy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Someone says that you look like Ron Jeremy.
Now, normally I would use this because I am blessed to have this. You guys are not. So we're going to make our shoestring potatoes just a little bit different. First thing you're going to want is a flat cutting surface. You'll know this rolls all over. So just take it, boom, waste. Same thing with all of these. Boom. Flat. Waste. I do hate wasting things. I could fix those up, but for the example of time, we'll just do it like this. So now we're gonna slice these over. You'll notice I'm using kind of a rocking motion and tipping them over, right? I still have that claw, but in, down. In, down. And actually, this is probably too many potatoes for what we're doing. So, it's okay, we have Ziplocs. I don't like that one. It's not as clean as I want it to be. Just go in, down, in, down, in, down, in, down. Yeah, this will be plenty. So, just move all these over. I want a little bit more thickness to them, otherwise you could just stack them up. I am going to get the rounded sides off, and then we are just going to about the size of a matchstick. If you're only cooking for you and your date, or your wife, or your husband, or whoever, see, this is what I'm talking about. These ones just line right up, so you can do this. And just put them on top. And you go through them all at once. You still want that matchstick style cut.
Yep. I can take your food and go get her at your house.
Dad's a busy man. Got the phone call.
Serial killers says he cooks for me, myself, and I. And by cook, I mean pizza rolls.
I'm sorry, what?
He cooks pizza rolls for himself.
Oh. I can make you some banger fucking pizza rolls, dog.
Maybe we should do that one time.
Oh, that'd be fun. Some homemade pizza rolls. Yeah, some of these are a little too thick. Now what we're going to do is we are going to grab this bad mamma jamma. We're going to get these out of harm's way. We're going to take these, we're going to wash all the starch off. And break them up a little bit too.
It says stream is lagging.
Stream is lagging. That'll happen. Okay, so we're just going to take these. These are just a side dish, right? But there's not a whole lot of them. Let those soak for a bit while we lay a place for them. Now you'll notice I did twice over, because what's going to happen is I'm going to put these over there after they drain out a little bit, and I'm going to take the rest of the water off. Because we're going to add those to the deep fryer. You know what doesn't go well together? Hot oil and water. Stir these around a little bit. Are you cool with pepper jack, or do you want provolone pops?
Pepper jack's great.
Hell yeah! See, I told you he was my dad. Got a good stir. We have the brush still in the bowl.
Yep.
Still in the summer.
It's on the
Right here.
counter.
Cool. So we're gonna take all these. Where'd the square pan go, my love?
Check underneath
Oh,
the
it's
flat
underneath.
pan.
Okay, cool. So we can double up a little bit. We don't like to waste around here, so just there. That'll be fine. Those are good. We'll Ziploc those. Let's check on that steak. Oh yeah, we're getting there.
What's your dad's favorite thing to eat, Meg?
What is my dad's favorite thing to eat?
Leftovers.
Leftovers? It's fair.
Actually, this is probably hot. Nah. Let's make sure we do it with what people have equipped. We got a little bit of time. You'll notice not everything here is browned.
I mean, what do you like cooking, Marcus?
Oh, what do I like cooking?
Yeah.
I'm an Italian food guy. I've actually just been blessed with the opportunity to be the head chef at a local winery. So I'm hoping that works out. Cross your fingers and all that fun stuff.
Don't go up there.
Say again, dear?
So you got to get up to
What? I'm deaf in one ear. I'm sorry, guys.
Your boy's on the table over there.
Oliver! Well, he's allowed over there, but Oliver, get away from the tomatoes.
Stink face.
So much effort. Alright. So, now what we're going to do is, let's see here. Got at least some for me and Pops.
So someone from Jacksonville, Florida says they're here.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, Drew. G-R-U.
Oh, what's up, Jacksonville? I actually don't know Drew. But hey, welcome, man. It's the Panic Room. We cook things pretty fast. Well, right now, I guess we're at 40 minutes, but I'm also cooking for 6 people. So, what can you do? And I'm currently eating Ziploc.
And then serial killer is from Panama, Florida. Panama City, Florida. Sorry.
Well, that's good for them. There's a lot of kind of things like that in Florida. So we're going to do one slice on each side. We're just going to fold it. Boop. It's going to break right there. These ones are going to be for me and Pops because I care very much about his opinion on this. He is also doing delivery for Grandma Helen. And Dalton might also show up. So I will do one more with pepper jack. And another one provolone. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Okay, so that one. I would love to turn this into something that, at least affords the groceries for it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but I just enjoy making the content. I enjoy cooking a lot. It is my passion. My dad's actually the reason behind that. I remember I started cooking at an Applebee's when I was like 15, 16 years old, something like that. And he just said being a short order cook would be good for him. And little did he know I was going to try to turn that into a profession, so. This is kind of thick. I thought it was too. So this one's a little bit thicker than the rest of them. Dad, what's your favorite thing to cook? Oh, no, my dad's got a killer chili, actually. If you guys want to see that, maybe when we have 500 subs, I can convince my dad to come over and make his famous chili. Maybe. He's a busy man.
Yeah, the refrigerator.
Well, we got a slow cooker.
Slow cooker in the refrigerator?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so
I don't think crock pots fit in the fridge.
now here's what we're gonna do with this. This is nice and golden brown on every side, so we're just gonna add that to there. Spread that all around. The last thing we're doing is, buttering our buns. No pun intended. But, got plenty of caramelized onions, caramelized peppers, some good mushrooms in there, and now we have the fun part. God willing. So,
Ugh, way to go. Messy.
it's okay. So these are our potatoes, a shoestring, match style, stuff like that. Still a little bit wet because we did try to wash the starch off. And we're just going to try to get all the moisture off that we can. So I'm going to grab more paper towel. Feeling pretty good and dry. I'm going to take this guy. Just going to put everything that didn't hit the floor in there. Uneven cuts. I'm really disappointed in myself on that one. I do apologize. I am trying to do things with the equipment you guys might have available to you rather than the stuff that I am blessed with. So now, these are feeling pretty good. We'll take that waste that we have. Give it some sea salt. And then we'll hope and pray. So leave that be. It's about 350 degrees, roughly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take those tongs, put that in our hot fuzzy water that we always have prepared. And we are just going to start stirring this around. Good sandwich. Good sandwich. Back over. Now we do have different style of cheeses on this, so we have to remember which one is which. And the bottom right which is the right which. That one's going to be going to our homie. Nothing wrong with a little bit of leftovers.
You could probably fill them up a little bit more.
Yeah, we could probably fill them up a little bit more. You're right, my love. You're right. Fun fact about relationships, your wife is almost always right. Almost. Almost. 90% of the time. Just make sure there's more veggies involved. Look at those potatoes just crisping up though, my love. Behind me. Just crisping up beautifully. So now we're gonna crank that. Because now all the moisture is getting out. That's why we added the salt as well. Then I already got rid of the chipotle aioli bowl, didn't I?
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna add just a little bit more garlic aioli, and then on the spicy ones, we're gonna add the chipotle seasoning to it. So I'm gonna grab another bowl. Excuse me. Oh. Now, if you weren't here earlier, you can make your own aioli. It's really just garlic and mayonnaise. Due to the time constraint, I did not make my own mayonnaise. So what we're gonna do, mayo, and just for the spice, for lack of a better term, the white people, just gonna stir some garlic in. And we're just gonna dabble a little bit, dabble a little bit, dabble a little bit.
Try to spread it out more.
Don't worry. Trained chef, remember, my love? Now we're gonna add some Cajun. Stir that all in. We're gonna dabble a little bit. Dabble a little bit. I know my dad likes spicy stuff, but my dad likes everything.
You missed one.
Got it right there. Thank you, my love. Good looking out. So there. Now we got all that. And now we're gonna fold.
Maybe.
No, we're gonna fold. This is why we didn't cut all the way through, remember? Okay. But we can push these two together. And actually, that'll give us enough room so that we don't have to remember which one has provolone and which one has pepper jack. Now, I definitely just did the pepper jack first, so I'm going to wash my hands. I have hot fuzzy water right here in this bowl, because I like to come prepared. I wish I had another pan just like this. It's okay. No, I have the broken one.
We
Oh well.
we
Somebody go
might.
eat it.
We might.
What?
We might. We might. We might.
We might?
Yeah.
Ah, it's fine. Well, check real quick. Get down there now.
We have a casserole pan.
Yeah, this will be fine. I have toothpicks. Always be able to adapt. Where are the toothpicks?
I don't know.
Alright, well, you know what? Screw it. Now, what we're going to do...
No.
Okay, cool.
No, those are plastic. No, you won't want those.
No.
Oh, nope. I don't think we have any.
No, okay. Well, we'll be fine.
Nope.
So
I
now...
want this instead.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good. Hey, Bella. Always have a wife that's smarter than you. But not funnier or prettier. Right, Dad?
I don't think he would agree with you.
No, probably not. He did marry my mom. And that's a good thing. My mom is amazing. She raised 8 kids and like 13 grandkids off nothing but egg sandwiches and Diet Coke.
You forgot the 2 new ones.
Now, what we're going to do, hopefully we have metal here. He's a busy man, my dad. He's a good dude, though. We're just going to try to brush this over the top. And the heat's going to spread it a little bit more, but we just want a little bit more golden brown over these. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying this. If you are enjoying this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're seeing this after the live stream, after I upload it,
Same thing.
Yeah, do that too.
Do you want some more Parmesan on top?
Yes, I do. But I got that, my love. My camera lady. Just to add a little bit of crispiness to that butter. We'll take these down. Oven is still preheated at 350. All we're doing now is melting that butter, getting it nice and crispy. And the pepper jack one's gonna be a little bit lower. Oh right, now look at this. Look at this right here. I'm gonna stir it around a little bit. You can see we're starting to get there. We do have to do some to-go presentation, but I like my for here presentation as well, so my wife can enjoy it. So, line this up here. Okay, Pops?
Gonna snatch whatever's left on the pan?
We don't waste. As my father's. God bless Papa Panic. So now, these are where we want them to be. See how the thinner ones are getting a little golden brown? We want texture to all of them. So what we're going to do, we already have this double strained with a liner. And we're going to take our tongs back. Excuse me, my love. Beef towel is not going to hurt anybody. And dip them right in there. I can't remember how much this cost. This is probably like $5 a sandwich. Especially if you have your own garden. Which is the way the world is going.
I mean, you can always garden in pots. It works.
Just for the safety of things, we're going to turn everything off now. Oop, that's on heat. Pop that oven for me on my left. Pop it like it. Shake off any excess grease. That's why we have the double strain going on right now. Alright. Lock that in there. Let that cool down because there is still hot grease in there. There's hot grease everywhere. And then, yeah, we're good. How is it?
Great.
Homegrown.
Nice and sweet.
Actually, that one might be from the grocery store.
And we'll see what my dad feels about this. When I get some good presentation going on for him. The pepper jack ones were in the
Bottom.
bottom. Okay. Got the thing on it. The hardwood won't melt in the pinch fire. So now, just for presentation purposes, God bless double-sided cutting boards. Take this one out. Ooh, a little warm, a little warm, a little warm, a little warm.
Remember, hot things are hot.
Hot things are in fact hot. Now, if you were to serve this to, you know, a hot date, or really any loved one, such as my father, presentation is important. You go, Pops.
Thank you.
And that's how you make a Philly cheesesteak, panic style. Godspeed, God bless, don't panic, tell your mama I said hi.